Hi. This is a little shorter and quicker yoga flow, balanced body yoga flow. So we're gonna be balancing, twisting, binding, and fluidly flowing. Let's get started. We're gonna start from cat-cow. So take that time to find the connection to your breath. Come to your all fours, hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. Really spread the fingers wide. Inhale, start to widen your sit bones. Open your heart, look forward, shoulders externally rotated. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, press the hands down around your spine, look down. Inhale, let the chest melt down, widen your sit bones and pull the heart forward. Exhale, hide your heart, press the hands, knees, shins down and around. Inhale, open, pulling the chest forward, arching the spine. Exhale, finding your core, really pressing down, rounding, hugging the ribs in. Inhale, melt your heart, open, widen. Exhale, engage, hug in, spread the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling. One more inhale, open your heart. Exhale, round. Come back into your neutral spine. Now let's find a modified side plank. Start to extend the left leg back behind you, left toes under, turn the left heel in. So you have your right knee, right hand and left heel in one line. You can turn your right toes slightly behind you and start to lighten the left fingers off the floor, really pushing the hips forward. Send your left fingers pointing up to the ceiling, shift the shoulder, right shoulder over your wrist and float the left leg off the floor. Flex your left toes to the side so your leg is parallel to the floor. You can extend your left fingers overhead. Right away, turn the pinky in. So you externally rotate the shoulder and you release the neck. Push your hips forward a little here. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your elbow. Make a fist. Bring the elbow to your knee. Inhale, hips forward. Extend. Reach your fingers out. Reach the heel out. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend in. Really hips forward, open. Exhale in. Inhale, open. Exhale in. This time, inhale when you open, stay here. Start to bend your left knee behind you. With your left hand, find the left ankle or the outer edge, the outer side of your left foot, and start to kick the heel back behind you. You can look up to the ceiling or you can always keep looking down and forward. Either way, whatever is the best for your neck. But try to keep the left leg parallel to the floor. Imagine there is a table underneath. You kick back behind you so the hip, knee and ankle all in same parallel line with the floor. Release. One more time. Extend your heel out. Reach your fingers overhead. Now lower the left foot down. Really flatten the left foot down, really pressing the outer edge. Pinky toe side down as well. And now you can either just press the right hand down, left foot down, and start to lighten the right knee off the floor. You can also try to grab the right knee with your left hand to lift it a little higher. Or if you want a little more, find the heel with your left hand and start to extend the right leg in front of you. And if you still want to work a little more, start to bend your right knee and start to set the right heel next to your right hand really lightly. We are not going to stay here. Again, lift up and extend underneath you over to the side. Again, bend your right knee. This could be your transition to your warrior two. Set the heel down gently. And again, extend in front of you. One more time. Set the heel down. Gently extend in front of you. Lift a little higher and release. Bring the knees down, back into your all fours. Take a soft cat-cow. Inhale to arch, to open. Exhale, around. Inhale, melting. Exhale, rounding. Let's go to the other side. I'm gonna face the other side. So I'm not back facing you. Modified side plank. Extend the right leg back behind you. Tuck the right toes under. Turn the right heel in. You can turn your left toes slightly behind you. Left hand, left knee, right heel in one line. Push your hips forward. Extend your right fingers up to the ceiling. Shift that left shoulder over your wrist to float the right leg off the floor. Flex your right toes out to the side, really pushing the hips forward a little, activating your glutes. Sending the right fingers over your head, turning the pinky in to get the shoulder away from the ear. Releasing the neck. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to your knee, make a fist. Inhale, hips forward, extend out. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bend, squeeze in. Inhale, hips forward. Try to open your shoulders as well. Exhale in. Inhale. Exhale. And this time, inhale, stay here. Start to bend your right knee back behind you with your right hand. Find the ankle or the outer edge. And start to kick the right heel back behind you. Again, you can look down, you can look forward, you can look up to the ceiling. But try to keep the leg parallel to the floor. So you are kicking behind you, not up to the ceiling. Try to open your chest. Nice. Release. One more time. Extend. Now bring the right foot down and really flatten the right foot down, pressing the pinky toe side, the outer edge down as well. Press the left hand down, right foot down, and maybe just lifting the left knee off the floor. You can always hold the knee to lift it a little higher, or you can try to find your heel and extend the heel in front of you. Lift your hips up a little higher. Or the last one, to work just a little more, you can bend your left knee and like you want to set the heel next to your left hand. And again, we lift it up and extend over to your side. Again, bend, set it down lightly. Lift, extend to the side. Bend, set it down lightly. Lift, extend to the side, lift a little higher, and release. Come back into all fours. Take an inhale to open arch. Exhale to round. Inhale. Exhale. And then I'm once again gonna turn the other way around. Start to find your down dog. You can tuck your toes under, walk your hands forward, and start to lift your hips off the floor or the knees off the floor better. Feel free to move here. You can pedal your heels, swinging the hips little side to side, connecting to your side bodies. Really pressing away from the floor, finding your ground. Spread the fingers wide. Do whatever you might need here. And let's flow through a couple of vinyasas. Roll the body weight forward to a high plank. You can release the knees down, chin down, chest down. Hug the elbows in. Slide all the way down onto your belly, baby cobra. Cobra, up dog. And exhale, lift your hips up to your down dog. Again, roll the body weight forward to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees can be always on the floor, of course. Inhale, up dog, cobra. And exhale, lift your hips up to your down dog. Just to warm up, find the connection to your breath. Let's go one more. Roll the body weight forward. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Now soften your knees, look forward. Step or float your feet forward. Bring the toes together, heels together, halfway lift. Exhale, relax the neck. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms ahead. And exhale, hands together to your heart center. Bend your knees, find your Utkatasana, chair pose. Make sure the weight is on your heels, tuck the tailbone under, slightly biceps by your ears, sit down a little deeper. Lengthen your sides. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to sit down a little deeper, really squeezing your inner thighs together. Bring the hands together to your heart center. Rotate the shoulders back and down. Lift your chest. Lower your hips and twist over to your left. Bring the right elbow on the outside, the left thigh. Look down, make sure the right knee doesn't move forward. Move the right knee back, sit down a little more, and make space between your belly, your ribs, and your thighs. Try to bring the thumbs to the center of your chest. So you are more like an upright diagonal. Hips are below your heart. You're rising up diagonal. Look over your left shoulder. Now look down again. Shift the body weight onto your right. Lift the left heel off the floor. Press the right big toe mount down and see if you can make your way up to standing. Keeping the elbow glued to your knee. Bring your body upright. Micro bend your right knee if you need to get the shoulders upright. And slowly with the control, make your way down. Again, knees together. Pull the right knee back gently. Look down. Lift your heart up. Shift the body weight onto your left this time. Lighten the right heel off the floor. Press the left big toe mount down. Start to extend the right leg back behind you. Try to keep it parallel to the floor. Really reaching the top of your head forward. Slowly finding the parallel line with the floor. Pressing the left big toe mount down. With the control, step the right toes far back. And release the right down just for a moment. Really deepen your twist, or if you feel like you have the space, you can always use your left hand to push the left thigh in just a little to get the right shoulder more crossed. Your left knee, and then see if you can lift the right knee off the floor, finding a little deeper twist. Left fingers can reach up to the ceiling, or you can reach your left fingers over your head. Turn the pinky in just a little to get the left shoulder away from the ear. Keep the left knee aligned over your second toe. Make sure it doesn't roll in. Hold your twist wherever you are. Try to square your hips, right thigh bone moves forward, left hip back into the center line, and feel the twist a little deeper into your thoracic spine. Beautiful. Release your hands. Frame your left foot in your hands. Send the left leg back behind you. One-legged vinyasa. Point your toes. Shift the body weight forward. Chaturanga. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, up dog. You can release the top of your feet down. Open your heart. Elevate. Exhale, hips up to your down dog. Take a breath. Lengthen your side bodies. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Feel free to open your hips and bend your knee. Bring the heel a little closer to your glute to activate your hamstring. Try to keep the shoulders squared up. Navel in and up. Lift the left heel high up. Bring the body weight forward. Round your upper back. Knee into your nose. Make a lot of space. Come up higher on your left toes. Around the space between your shoulder blades up. And can you set the right heel down before your toes? Set the foot between your hands. Lower the left heel down and come up to your warrior one. Right away, square your hips. You can always toe heel the right foot a little more open so you get to bring the right hip back. Left thigh bone forward, lengthen the lower back, lifting from the lower core. Send your fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Find your squareness. Left fingers reaching forward, really pulling the belly button in and up. So you feel your psoas here. Reaching the opposite directions. Sit down a little deeper. Weight on the right heel. Press the outer edge of your left foot down. Eagle arms. Cross your elbows. Bend your elbows, palms facing out. And if you can, bring the hands together. Otherwise, just hold your thumb your wrist wherever you can, crossing the elbows. Sit down a little more. Inhale, lift your elbows, pointing up to the ceiling. Open the upper back. And exhale, round down inside your right thigh. Aim to get the elbows a little close to the floor. Inhale, press the right heel down. Lift your chest up, open the upper back. And exhale, round inside your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen, lift up, hips stay low. Exhale, round down. And next inhale, bring the elbows back parallel to the floor. Start to lift your left heel off the floor. Really square your hips. Right hip back, left thigh bone forward. Lengthen the lower back. Lean the body weight forward 45 degrees and start to find your way to your warrior 3. Lifting the left leg off the floor. Flexing the left toes down. Make sure the left hip doesn't open. Reach your fingers forward. Try to open your heart. Lengthen. Really active left leg as well. Start to bend your knees. Bring the left knee into your chest. Slowly bring the body upright. Find your eagle. Left over the right. Really cross your thighs. If available for you, flex your left toes or wrap your left toes behind the right ankle. Bring the body upright. Try to get the shoulders above your hips from the side. Left hip back and up. Knees to the left, upper body, arms to the right. Until you have your wrist, elbows, knees, ankles all in one line. Sit down a little deeper. Slowly unwrap your legs, your arms. Bring the right fingers down in line with your right pinky toe, half moon. Extend the left heel behind you, left fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Imaginary wall behind you. Really try to push your hips forward. Open the left shoulder and the left hip to the imaginary wall behind you. Slightly pushing the back of your head to the imaginary wall behind you. Keep pressing the right big toe mount down. You can keep the focus point on the floor or you can look up to the ceiling. Either way, look forward. Just open your heart, open your hips. Start to bend your right knee. Take a big step back with your left and bring the body upright. Let's find triangle. Heels in one line. Reach your right fingers over your right toes. Right knee micro bend, lifting the kneecap up. So reaching sideways. You can bring your right fingers to your shin. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling like somebody is pulling you up from your left fingers. Again, there is the imaginary wall behind you. Open the left shoulder. Open the left hip. Navel in and up. Really try to open. Reach your left fingers overhead, turn the pinky in. Again, the shoulder away from the ear. And let's find a little bit more core here. Right fingers reaching towards your left knee on the inside. Keep the shoulders open. Open the left shoulder more, get the right shoulder more underneath you. Make sure your tailbone is still pointing more or less down. Reaching, also lengthen the right side of your body. Press the right big toe mount down. Beautiful, slowly make your way up. Bend your right knee and let's find warrior 1. You can toe heel the right foot open a little. We're gonna move into the humble warrior. So again, you get to square your hips. Reach the fingers behind you. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze the heels of your hands together. Start to straighten your elbows. Open your heart. Really square your hips. Open. Lengthen the lower back. Fold forward at your hips. Bring the right elbow or the right shoulder better inside your right knee. Again, before you go any further, square your hips. Right hip back into the center line. Press the left pinky toe side down. And then once your inner thighs are active, you can start to release your forehead a little closer to the floor, extending the arms over your head. Feel the shoulders stretch. Keep pressing the right big toe mount down. Try to find a squareness. Use your ground. Feet are really grounded on the floor. You are ripping the mat apart. Tearing the mat apart. And slowly bring the body upright. Release your arms sideways up to your warrior 1. You can extend your right knee, bend it again, and then open to your warrior 2. Now your heels can be in one line or your right heel can be in line with your left. Middle of your left foot, hug your ribs in, lift from the lower core, level your hips, left hip down, lengthen the right waist, reach your fingers out to the side, widen your back, look over your right fingers. Let's work on the core just a little more. Bring the right elbow onto your right thigh, left arm reaches up overhead. You can always swing down and forward as well. It gives your neck a little bit more space, easier to open the chest. Now bring the left hand behind you to your right hip crease if possible. Right fingers reaching over your right knee, palm is facing up. Really lengthen the right side of your body. Again, the back of your head leaning to the imaginary wall behind you. Left arm up and over. Interlace your fingers. Release your index fingers. Cross your thumbs. Really squeeze the palms together. Straighten your elbows. Biceps by your ears. Try to open the left shoulder. Look up onto your left arm. Keep reaching past your right knee. Really lengthen the right side of your body. Sit down a little deeper. Use your core, navel in and up. And slowly release, body upright. Open your arms out to the side to your warrior two. Skandasana. Turn your left toes out. Start to extend your right knee. Flex your right toes up and find your Skandasana at the back of your mat. Sit down all the way. Inner thighs active. Keep pushing the hips forward. Keep the hips lifted just a little to activate, lift from the pelvic floor. Open your heart. Feel free to open your arms. Feel free to bind. You can wrap your fingers or find your right wrist with your left fingers to pull the right elbow a little straighter. Release. Walk your fingers over to your left. Frame your left foot with your hands, tuck the right toes under, step your left foot back, and flow through your vinyasa. Hug the elbows in chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, elevation. Exhale, use your core to lift your hips up to your down dog. Take a breath. Soften your knees, look forward, step or float your feet forward so you're facing the other direction. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, relax the head. And inhale, bend your knees, come up to your Utkatasana. Again, arms over your head, sit down a little deeper. Try to get the biceps by your ears. You can always open your arms a little wider, tuck the tailbone under gently so you're not overarching the lower back. Sit down a little more. Bring the hands together to your heart center. Open your chest. Sit down more. And then twist from your waist to the right. So bring in the left elbow on the outside, the right thigh. And then really use this to lift the belly of your thighs, the ribs of your thighs. Sit the hips down a little lower and try to lift your upper body up a little higher so you're really lifting your heart above your hips. Maybe turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Pulling the left knee back so the knees are in one line. Look down again. Shift the body weight onto your left. Lift the right heel off the floor. Keep the elbow glued to your knee and slowly, with the control, bring the body upright. Try to get the shoulders upright. If that means you need to bend your left knee and lift the right knee a little higher. Really try to get the shoulders upright. Slowly, with the control, bring the right foot down, keeping the twist. Again, level your knees, hips down low, pull the left knee back, squeeze the inner thighs together, twist from your thoracic spine. You can keep looking down. Now we're gonna shift body weight onto the right. Lift the left heel off the floor. Start to float the left leg off the floor. And while you start to extend the left toes behind you, bring the body weight a little more onto your right toes, pressing the right big toe, mount down. Try to keep the left leg parallel to the floor. Really lengthening, kicking the heel back, reaching to the top of your head forward. Slowly release the left toes down. You can release the left knee down. Find a little deeper twist. Really twisting. If you feel like going a little deeper with your right hand, you can push the right thigh in and get the left shoulder a little more over. You can flatten the left hand down. Right arm reaches up, maybe overhead, turning the pinky in. And you can lift the left knee off the floor. Anywhere you can go, stick to your twist. Just really feel this energy through the length. You can twist a little more. You're really detoxing your body, your mind. So good. All over, but through the length, always creating space first and then twisting. Nice. Release the twist. Frame your right foot with your hands. Vinyasa. You can keep the right leg floating off the floor. Just extending your right toes back. Shift body weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. You can release the top of your feet down. Auto rotate your shoulders. And exhale with the help of your core. Lift your hips up to your down dog. Hug your ribs in. Still lengthen the lower back, creating space. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. You can open your hips and bend your knee. Bring the heel right away, a little closer to your glute, so you can activate your hamstring. Press the left shoulder down, left hand down, body weight back. Slowly start to lift your right heel off the floor. Bring the body weight forward, knee into your nose. Go slow-mo. Come up higher on your right toes. Around the space between your shoulder blades up. Make space, and if you can, set the heel down before your toes. Then the right heel down and come up to your warrior one. Again, feel free to widen your legs a little here. Heels no need to be in one line. More important to get the hips more square. Left hip back, right thigh bone forward. Lengthen the lower back, lifting from the lower core. Extend your fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Lengthen side bodies, shoulders relaxed. Right fingers reaching forward. Pull the navel in. Really feel this hip flexor stretch. Feel it in your psoas, reaching forward, sitting down a little deeper. Equal arms, keep going left over your right. Bend your elbows, palms facing out. One more round to get the hands together, or hold your thumb, your wrist anywhere you can. Straighten your wrist if your hands are together, sit down a little deeper. Inhale, lift your elbows up, open your heart. And exhale, round down. Inside left thigh, try to keep the hips square. Aim to get the elbows a little closer to the floor inside. Press the left heel down to come up. Keep the hips low, just reaching the elbows, fingers up. Exhale, round down, strong legs, strong core, stabilizing the lower body. One more inhale, open your heart. Keep sitting low, keep lifting from the lower core. Exhale, round down. Inhale, bring the elbows back parallel to the floor. Start to lift your right heel off the floor. Really square, right thigh bone forward. Rotating the right inner thigh up to the ceiling. Pulling the left hip back. Belly button in and up. Lean forward and start to find your way to your warrior three. Shift the body weight onto your left. Extend your fingers, elbows forward. Make sure to reach the top of your head forward so we don't lean the body weight fully onto the left heel. Right leg is as active as your left leg though. So flex your toes down. Keep lengthening forward and back. Reaching out. Start to bend your knees. Bring the right knee into your chest, body upright. Equal. Right over your left. Really cross your thighs. Maybe wrap your right toes behind the left ankle if that's available for you. Most important to cross your thighs. Start to find your alignment. Pulling the right thigh bone back and up. Knees to the right. Upper body arms to the left. Until you have your wrists, elbows, knees, ankles. All in one line. Sit down a little deeper. Try to lean the body weight back. Squeeze your arms and your legs together. Beautiful. And slowly unwrap your arms and your legs, half moon, left fingers down in line with your left pinky toe. Start to open the right fingers up to the ceiling, kick the right heel back. Flex your toes out to the side, really try to open. Pressing the left big toe mount down, push your hips forward gently. Leaning the back of your head to the imaginary wall behind you. See the left foot dancing on the floor. That's all good. That's why we do it. Keep breathing. Start to bend your left knee, right foot. Take a big step back. And triangle. Heels in one line. Start to extend your left knee. Don't lock the left knee though. Lift the kneecap up with your quad. Reach the fingers out. Left fingers reaching past your left toes. And then you can bring the left fingers down in your shin bone. Push your hips forward a little. Really lengthen the left side of your body as well. Auto rotate the right shoulder. Right fingers reaching up to the ceiling. Really try to open. Really gently squeezing the sit bones together to have that support. Right fingers reaching overhead. Turn the pinky in. Get the shoulder away from the ear and to your core. Left fingers reaching towards your right knee on the inside. Keep lengthening the left side of your body. Try not to collapse. Open the right shoulder. Left shoulder forward. Look up. Lengthen. Reach. Make your space. And slowly bring the body upright. Nice. Bend your left knee. And let's find warrior one again. You can widen your feet a little here. Turn your right toes slightly in. Really square your hips. Find your crown. Try to press the right pinky toe side, outer edge down as well. Interlace the fingers behind you the opposite way. That doesn't feel so natural. Squeeze the heels of your hands together. Start to extend your elbows. Open your heart. Look up. Stay low. Start to fold forward. Getting the left shoulder inside the left eye first. And then you still can square before you start to release all the way down. Forehead a little closer to the mat. Start to extend your arms over your head. Relax the neck the best you can. Feet really grounded on the floor. Inner thighs active. Feel the shoulders stretch. Slowly start to release your hands to your lower back. Bring the body upright. Swing the arms up and over. You can extend your left knee a little to release. And bend it again. Find your warrior two. Toe heel, the left heel in. Heels in one line. Or left heel in line with the middle of your right foot. Try to relax the right hip down. Lengthen the left waist. Hug your ribs in. Open your shoulders. Fingers reaching out. Find your space, reaching all directions, at the same time grounding down, growing taller. Let's work the core here as well. Left elbow on your left thigh. You can swing the right fingers down and forward right away, turning the pinky in, always releasing the neck. Navel in and up. And then bring the right hand behind you. With your right fingers, you can try to find your left hip crease. And the left fingers reaching past your left toes. Turn the palm facing up. Bring the right arm up and over. Interlace your fingers. Release your index fingers. Cross your thumbs. Start to extend your elbows. Keep opening your right shoulder. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Left shoulder forward. Hug your ribs in. Navel in and up. Keep lengthening the both sides of your body. Feet grounded on the floor. Grounded on the floor. Sit down a little deeper. And slowly bring the body upright. Open your arms and breathe. Skandasana. Open your right toes out. Start to bend your right knee. Extend your left. Flex your left toes, pointing up to the ceiling. Use the control to slowly find your Skandasana. Surfer's lunge. Keep the hips slightly lifted on the or off the floor better. And open your shoulders. You can open your fingers. Spread your wings. Or find a point. You can hook your fingers or right fingers, finding the left wrist to pull the left elbow a little straighter. Release. Start to turn over to your right. Frame your right foot with your hands, left toes under, step your right foot back, and flow through your vinyasa. Hug the elbows in chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, Down dog. Take a breath. Feel this elongation of the spine. And slowly release the knees down. Bring your knees together, big toes together, toes tucked under, and just sit the hips down to your heels. Let's open the big toe flexure a little here, your toes. So toes tucked under, make sure to bring the heels together, ankles together, so we don't bring the weight to the outside. Try to align your ankles. And here, if you slide the knees more forward, it will be more intense. Or you can bring the knees a little closer to your toes to make it a little less intense. But anyhow, try to keep the ankles glued together. So the weight is a little bit more on the big toe mound, second toe mound. And just breathe here. Maybe start to interlace the fingers behind you. Extend your elbows. And now bring the fist on top of your left hip. Squeeze the elbows behind you, closer together. Shoulders down. And then tilt your head over to your left. So the left ear closer to your left shoulder. Pressing both shoulders down. Start to extend your elbows again behind you. Open your heart. And this time, bring the fist on top of your right hip. Squeeze the elbows behind you. Shoulders down. And tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Sending the breath to the left side of your neck. Yeah, release. Extend your elbows behind you one more time to open your heart. Release your arms. Bring the arms sideways up. And exhale, hands together to your heart center. Start to lean the body weight forward. Bring the hands down, coming to your all fours. And then you can release your toes. You can wiggle your toes. And take a moment here. Might not feel super sweet yet, but soon it starts to feel quite okay again. You can tap the top of your feet down. So beneficial. Not the nicest feeling in the moment, but so many benefits. Nice. Now bring the back of your hands down so the fingers are facing in, thumbs are pointing forward. And bend your elbow to the side, elbows to the side. Bring the chest a little closer to the floor and extend. Bend your elbows to the side and extend. Lower the chest and extend. And lower and extend. Now make a fist with your right. Squeeze the fingers in and open. Make a fist with your left and open. Right and open, left and open, one more right and left. Nice. Lean the body weight back onto your heels and just shake your hands to release. And then turn the fingers facing you, thumbs are pointing out. You can come to your all fours, tuck the toes under, and really gently start to lean the body weight back. Micro bend your elbows. Try to press the heels of your hands down. Open your shoulders, broaden your collarbones. You can move the body weight, little side to side. Side to side. And then release this as well. Shake a little more. And then feel free to lie down to your final savasana. Take anything you might need here, twisting, pulling the knee in, creating a little pressure, detoxing, whatever you might need. And then a couple of minutes in your final savasana, if you got the time. I'm gonna keep this practice a little shorter and leave you here to say big thank you to yourself as always before leaving, and always a pleasure to share the practice with you guys. Hopefully see you soon. Namaste.